All right, welcome back, second summers, to your fourth instructional video. I'm going to try to keep this one brief because I know you have a lot of work to do. What I wanted to talk to you about is citing your research, citing your sources. Because this is a research paper, it is essential and expected and demanded that you bring in outside research. During research skills, which you all took during the school year, you might have encountered what was called the Big Mac method. In the Big Mac method, you introduce a claim or an argument, then you provide external research to support and substantiate that argument, and then the last layer is analysis. I would expect to see that Big Mac method used in every paragraph of your paper, especially as we move into the introduction, which is due next week. As such, every paragraph of your paper should have at least one source, one external piece of research incorporated into your paper to help, again, you substantiate and prove the points that you are making. It is important and crucial that every time that you bring in this outside information, which is expected of you, you cite your sources. Please write down the following. This is crucial. This is the golden rule of citation. Every time you quote word for word, you paraphrase, that is putting something into your own words, or merely refer to outside research, you must cite your sources. Let me say this again. Every time that you quote word for word outside research, paraphrase outside research, that is to say you're putting it into your own words, which is fine, or if you are merely referring to outside research, you must cite your sources. Doing so allows you to respond to the basic question that I often ask when I'm reading these papers. How do you know this? Where did you get this information from? You have to be able to show your reader that you are a responsible scholar. You are a responsible researcher. You give credit where credit is due. When you come across outside research and you put it in, you want to show where that information came from. That shows that you're not just making this up, fake news, right? You're not just making it up. You are citing your sources, and that you have done your due diligence of going out there, finding quality information and bringing that information into your paper. So again, you have to cite your sources every time, and a lot of people get mixed up on this. Every time that you cite something, and if that's every sentence, if every sentence you're bringing in, of course, I wouldn't hope that every sentence is made up of outside research, because then the question is, where's your writing at? Where's your voice? But let's say, hypothetically, every sentence has outside research in it, or you're quoting outside research in every sentence, then that means every sentence has to have a citation. Now, anything that is not common knowledge, right? Now, if you are saying, today is Tuesday, July the 7th, well, that's fairly common knowledge, right? You don't need to cite that. The name of our planet is Earth, right? You don't need to cite that information. Anything that is common knowledge does not need to be cited. But anything that you know only because you read it somewhere, or that the average person, the average intelligent person, would only be able to know this information because it was produced somewhere in external research, you have to cite it. In addition to citing, anytime that you quote, paraphrase, or refer to outside research, I would also add, it is better to oversight than to leave things that need a citation uncited. So let me say that again. It is better to oversight in your paper, C-I-T-E, not oversight, O-V-E-R-S-I-G-H-T. It is better to oversight than to leave things that require a citation uncited. Not only are you showing, as I mentioned before, that you are a responsible scholar, failure, and this is important also, failure to cite your sources makes you a suspect of plagiarism. And plagiarism is a very serious academic offense. There are students in college and graduate school who have been expelled from their schools because they plagiarized their work. Truth be told, I have known many second summers over the years who got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, were citing things or start quoting things, putting things in their work deliberately and not citing their sources, and they were shown the door, right? Academic integrity, it's crucial, it's a part of the program, it's one of the pillars of this program. So again, just cite your work. Fortunately, it's easy to do. Now, the system that we use, as I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, is the citation system of the American Psychological Association. This is more and more becoming the dominant system within colleges and universities throughout North America. So it's good to know it for that reason. It is also the system that is widely used, almost exclusively used within the social sciences. Because of the nature of this course, problems and issues in modern American society, all of us will be practicing social scientists this summer. And for that reason, we're going to use APA, the current edition, which if I'm not mistaken is the 6th edition. That is the system that we will be we will be using for this course. Looking at the ins and outs and the technicalities of APA, how do I cite a video? How do I cite an article? How do I cite something with multiple authors? I'm going to have to leave it up to you to do the research on your own to figure out how to cite properly using APA in all these different circumstances. There is a source that I'll put at the link of this video that's very useful. It is produced by Purdue University, the online writing lab. I have in the past pointed students in the direction of this. It's very useful, and any of your APA questions can be answered there, or if not there, search around. It's a widely used system. There are a ton of resources out there to help you, but you have to take ownership of this material. Just because we don't have the time, I can't keep doing these videos because I know you have papers to write, nor do I think it's really necessary given all the resources that are out there. Look up how to use APA and its different configurations on your own. The Purdue University Online Writing Lab is an excellent source, and as I mentioned, I'll put the link at the bottom of this video. The quick and easy version though, when you are doing or when you are citing something using APA, it's very easy. Let's just say that I'm doing some research and I find something written by Miss Smith, okay? And there's actually a book about prep for prep that you should look up. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Be the Dream. Excellent book. It's somewhere around here in the library. But I'm doing some research on this program, and I come across something that Miss Smith has written. The quote that I want to put into my paper is, Prep for Prep is an outstanding program, and I love working here. That is the quote. I want to cite her. It's simple enough to do. Open parentheses, Smith, the author's last name, comma, the year that of the publication, the year that that quote was published in, so let's say 2020, comma, and then the appropriate page number, page 7 in this case. Close parentheses, punctuation mark. The citation goes within the sentence, not outside of the sentence. So again, the quick and easy version of APA In-Text, In-Text Citation, author's last name, the year it was published, and the appropriate page number. Now, if you are getting your information from online sources, which is probably going to be the case, that's becoming more and more the pattern for researching now because so much information is available online. And let's say you come across an online article, there are no page numbers, right? In that case, you will have to count the paragraph numbers, right? You will have to count the individual paragraphs, and instead of the page number, indicate what paragraph that quote appears in. So in this case, if there are no page numbers, it is author's last name, year it was published, and then the appropriate paragraph number, and then the close parentheses, punctuation mark. That's really it for APA. As I said, it's a complex system. It's simple the way that we want to do it for this paper. There are a lot of different circumstances that I'm not going to discuss in this video. For those, look them up online. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, needless to say, hit us up in the virtual classroom email at the bottom of this video in the comments section, and good luck with your research and writing. Have a great day.